I hear you did the restoration of that painting that got stolen recently in Paris?
I might have. It's a fine piece. You can smell the paint in every brushstroke.
Oh, it resets automatically. I thought I'd have to go back and start the record again.
Do you know a Russian called Medovsky?
A Russian.
You know Medovsky?
Everyone in the London art scene knows Medovsky.
And everyone in the London art scene who likes their kneecaps knows when to keep their trap shut.
Okay, so let's keep
Excuse
talking.
me, Mr. Hobbs.
What now?
Yeah, about this naked sprawling.
Oh, what's up? Afraid of the shrinking effects of a cold warehouse?
Yeah?
No, it's just.
First time? Little embarrassed? But if it helps, we can all get naked.
No, definitely not.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Let the monkey see the nuts.
We had a
The George doth protest too much, if you
If
ask
the
me.
job's worth doing, then do it with your pants on. But I thought you were a restorer, but you're working on this painting from scratch.
Well, yeah. Look, some clients want a painting that they don't own, restored from scratch, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
Don't worry, sunshine. Ignorance is bliss.
He's forging them. It was pretty obvious. Also, that's the déjeuner sur l'herbe or petit déjeuner sur l'herbe. No, déjeuner sur l'herbe. It's not petit. It's not breakfast. Is it breakfast? Or is it lunch? No, I think it's lunch. It's luncheon on the grass. Anyway.
Tell me more about.
Sorry, do you mean to skip it?
That picture. We're not at the Slade now, Sonny Jim.
Are you sure you won't talk about Medovsky?
Are you deaf? I already told you to drop the subject.
Okay.
I'll let you get back to your painting.
You're too kind.
So maybe let's open the window and it'll be too cold.
I had no need to walk.
Okay, I guess let's go behind the screen and get naked. Because I know what's coming.
My, if it isn't George Stobart.
Lady Piermont. Oh my. You're.
Naked? Of course. As an artist's muse, one often finds oneself en pelotas. Now, George, don't be shy. Come here and give me a big hug.
Oh, Lady Piermont. That wasn't a hug.
It was the day the nightmares had begun. Trapped, smothered, choking on my
George, darling, pass me my robe. It's terribly cold in here.
Oi, what are you doing with a blooming robe on? God help me, but you're supposed to be naked. I've got a deadline to meet.
Well, you won't be meeting any deadlines with manners like that. And besides, it's freezing in here.
I mean, you kinda need
Lady
it
Piermont and I
with
had
Lady
met before.
Piermont.
She was larger than life in every way.
Piermont! Absolutely, let's read that. Lady Piermont first appeared in Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. She claims an impeccable lineage, and that my blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, and she's not afraid to flaunt it. One thing is certain, she can always be relied upon in a tight spot. Yep. Also, like, of course I'm glad he didn't ask Nico to be naked, but why did he ask Lady Piermont to be naked and not Nico? Is like it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe because he's I don't know, he's in a rush, you know, but also he asked me to be naked. I don't know.
Lady
It's a
Piermont.
whole thing. I don't get it.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I tried.
I'll see what I can do.
He didn't let me. I'll try again. At least this time Lady Piermont is gonna yell at him.
Hey! I've told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, pal, I know it's brass monkeys in here, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it.
I mean,
Her
you don't
Majesty
have to have the
doesn't get used
music
to
on.
Chapel hat pegs.
Okay, so
Lady Piermont, Mr. Hobbs won't let me turn up.
we're telling on him.
Well, we'll soon see about that.
Oh, crumbs.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take the strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting George here turn up the heating.
Oh, go ahead then, but be careful. The power in here is temperamental.
There we go. So, Lady Piermont,
I turned the thermostat up as far as it would go.
Okay, cool.
I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage.
So, you want more whiskey? I see. Oh my god, he's swaying so much.
How about another whiskey? That's smashing. Far away.
I don't like that we're using his alcoholism for our gain, but I mean you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
A word if I may, Lady Piermont.
There are
For you,
higher things
George,
at stakes.
I lower the earth. How can I help?
I was sure.
Okay, let's try
How
everything.
about a shot of this, Lady Piermont?
Oh, no, dear. I don't touch the stuff. Reminds me of husband number 5. 6. Anyway.
What a
I'm
legend.
strictly a gin girl. Ice and a slice and a whiff of tonic.
What do you
A
think of this, Lady
legend.
Piermont?
Not much, George.
An icon.
What do you think of this?
Not
What do you think of this, Lady?
Ooh, yes. Meet Trevor.
What do you think of this, Lady?
What do you mean?
Not much.
What do you
Georgie.
mean, not much, Georgie? It's Trevor.
Could I tempt you with a cookie, Lady Piermont?
You could tempt me with many things, George. But a hot-eaten rich tea is not one of them.
I love her.
I didn't think Piermont would have any.
Fair.
What do you think of this?
Not
Not
much, Georgie.
Georgie.
Would you like a sniff of this?
I'd rather not. Gives me 70s flashbacks.
What do you think of this?
Okay, not much. Let's start with hops.
How did you come to be working with Mr. Hobbs?
Wheresoever a Bohemian needs a helping hand, George, mine is always at the ready. And what better way to help than to expose one's flesh to the sensuous brushstrokes of such a talent?
You do know he's forging it.
Do you know anything about a stolen painting called La Maledicción?
Oh, is this another of your adventures, George? How do you-
Yes, it is.
My heart's a tremor, George. Do you think Wilf is mixed up with this?
Maybe, but I need you to act normally until we're sure.
Mum's the word, Georgie.
Can you keep a secret, Lady Piermont?
I am the very soul of discretion, as you know.
I do know.
You see that portfolio by Hobbs's table? We need to take a peek inside.
Be still, my beating heart. Just give me the nod and I'm putty in your hands.
Oh, good. A legend again.
So what have you been up to since our last encounter, Lady Piermont?
Charity work, dear boy.
Oh, any particular kind?
Young men, George. So many have lost their way. I try to guide them the best I can.
Oh, what a charitable soul.
Lady Piermont, we need your help.
How thrilling! What do you need? Subterfuge? Leisure domain?
Actually, I just need you to step on that lift behind you.
Oh, but of course.
So I think it's gonna need more power to
Is
lift
this good,
more
George, darling?
weight.
Perfect. Now, just stay right there.
I gotta say though, she's looking good. Like her figure, I think she lost weight since the last game. I mean, since the first game. Oh, there we go. And down we go to look at the portfolio. I thought it was a cutscene, so I was waiting for it.
Now is my chance.
Oh, no, okay. Wait, what's happening with him?
Hobbs was good, but no way was he gonna sketch me in the nude.
Why not? I wanted to see that. I mean, what?
More of Hobbs' sketch. More of
The
Hobbs'
model
sketches.
looked familiar. Did she?
Impressionist sketches. Well, it wasn't La Malediccio, but it did appear to be a study for an element of the painting, the Ouroboros.
Mm-hmm.
There was something different about the image in the center. I figured the sketch might come in handy.
Oh,
so I
we
took
just took it.
What the heck? I told you that portfolio was private.
Huh?
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private dick, George.
So, you're not models?
What
No, Mr. Hobbs.
is happening? Why are
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough. So what the blazes are you doing in my studio?
We're investigating the theft of La Malediccio.
I told you I just restored it. That's what I do. Restore paintings.
And these sketches?
Studies done during the restoration. Nothing more. I've got nothing to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Okay, so a couple of things. First of all, that model looked familiar. Who could it have been? Like, I'm trying to think. It's a female model. It's not Lady Piermont, is it? But who else do we know? Oh well. But also, why are we coming out with it? Like, why? He was fully drunk and now he's not, first of all. And why are we just kind of surrendering? We're giving up?
Hang on a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. Le Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
Okay. So I guess he knew Henry. He didn't want. I don't want to go hard on him. Let's go soft. Let's appeal to his guilt that he certainly feels right now. Although, would that be hard? That's
We're
also.
not accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbs. We just want to get to the bottom of this.
There we go.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can. But this mess is way above my pay grade.
Okay, at least you'll help us. So, nail
I
clippers?
didn't think he...
Okay, well.
I would...
Okay, well.
He wouldn't want...
Okay.
He pro-
Okay. So the rest we've done. We
He-
haven't done that. Hop sketch.
I'd just taken the sketch from Hobbs's portfolio.
Okay, I guess we don't want to give it.
How come you needed to make so many sketches of the painting to restore it?
Restoration's not about throwing a load of paint around. It takes research. The Serp is a complicated painting. A lot of subtext, a lot of symbols.
Okay, fair enough.
Why would anyone want to steal La Malediccio? It's not exactly a famous painting.
True, but there is something special about it that's hard to describe. There's conviction in every brushstroke. Whoever El Serp was, he had a tale to tell. The symbolism is deeply religious.
We have reason to believe that Medovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Malediccio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Medovsky is not the real owner.
He'll have a hard time proving that. Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
Well, why didn't Medovsky mention it?
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them. Or had them.
In the safe.
And Henri is dead.
Did
So
we
what's
open the
his
safe?
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking
No!
at conspiracies here.
The last thing!
And
What was
you're
that
wasting
last
my
thing?
time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out hunky-dory.
But it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now, both of you, get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
And
What the
we have a
hell?
critic to interrogate.
I thought that the last thing would be last. I don't know what to
Someone's
think
right,
anymore.
but
What
who?
order should I go in?
The
Should I just go
gangster or
at
the old
random?
Spaniard?
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Nave's
I
reconstruction.
want to do all of the
What about the evidence from Medovsky's
dialogue
house?
options.
Will you give it to Nave?
I think I should. And I can put the squeeze on Lane.
You think you
Ask him about
should?
the
Give it to
provenance.
Nave? What?
Good. I've got lunch with Ronnie tomorrow. This story is hotting up, and I want to make sure he keeps me on it.
Taxi?
Who are you yelling to? There's no taxi. Do you think just saying taxi will make it appear? Okay, we're back in Paris. So I guess we're going back to the gallery.
Here I was again at the crime scene. Inside the gallery, I could see lots of activity. Nave preparing for the reconstruction, no doubt.
Okay, let's just go in.
Nico and I had a good idea who the killer was. Now all we had to do was persuade Nave.